Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here with me. All right, guys, so I can see what you're trying to do here, but I think that the question really is whether or not you're happy in a situation. So this week from Lay Vampire, you pulled the monster within, internal struggle, personal challenges, and wanting to improve. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled facade. Now, I don't necessarily think that this is you intentionally being fake. I don't even see that with Sag to begin with. I think it's more so that, you're not being who you are for the benefit of somebody else, even though, you're not happy in the situation. And with the monster within, it's really about getting through that struggle here and making the right choice and reclaiming your life. Now, the monster within is about changing your faults and flaws into your strengths and using discipline every day to create new ways of dealing with the frustrations and the challenges that you are wanting to fix, right? Now, with the monster within, it can mean several different things. It could be, you wanting to fix your health, wanting to fix a work situation here, right? Like whatever it is that you struggle with, you're wanting to improve yourself. But again, with facade, the question then becomes, are you not happy in a situation and being something that you're not? And I think for some of you, it's for the benefit of somebody else. Now, part of the card at a glance says being cut off from feelings may be a challenge. Recover who you are and rethink your journey. So it really is about giving up being something that you're not, right? But then there's also the part of it that talks about needing to heal some childhood pain too, which could definitely be a possibility with these two. Here's your overall for the week. The Six of Cups, so about the past, looking at the past, nostalgia, looking at childhood memories, right? And again, you got facade there, but the one thing that I always say about the Six of Cups is you need to be careful about what you're pulling in the present moment, right? The whole point there is to look back on the joyful memories. Now, for some of you, it could be something from the past that's coming back through. Some of you may be stuck in the past, but we'll see what's going on here. So now in the past, oh boy, the Emperor. Now, this could be one of two things. With the Emperor being the past coming through and you focusing on the past, it could be looking back at how you were in control over what was happening in your life. That, or we're looking at a person here. And with the Emperor, you're looking at the father figure, the dominant male. But I get the feeling that more so it's really about you looking back at the fact that you had control at one point, but what's happening now? Oh boy. So in the present, the Knight of Swords. I worry a little bit about that just because, the Knight of Swords is one of those people that, like, if you're talking to them and you're going, yeah, I'm having a problem with this situation or this person, they're like, oh, I'll go in there and take care of it. I'm going right now. Right? A little bit too hasty. It's definitely showing courage for sure. But are we acting too quickly? And then not only that, but you're talking about blunt, direct communication here. I don't ever question the truth with the Knight of Swords. With the Page of Swords, I do, but not the Knight of Swords, right? So now, for some of you, this is either the way that you're acting or you have something coming through here. Somebody that's needing to say something to you, or you them. Oh boy. Okay. The Lovers. And then you have the Six of Cups. So it makes me wonder if for some of you it's not, a situation from the past, like a love situation from the past. The Lovers, though, is also about the major life choices that you're making. Do you follow temptation or the moral high ground? But, more often than not, when we look at the Lovers, right, and most decks show it this way, it's an important relationship, a love from the past that's coming back. And there it is in future conditions. And it's like, with the Knight of Swords here, maybe we acted a little bit too quickly. That, or we're getting direct news about somebody coming back. Your best path to follow, the Magician. So really this is about you having confidence in your ability to manifest what you want, right? manifesting some cool ass shit. And then you have the Emperor, and I'm looking back at the past, and I'm looking at you having control over your own domain, and then something happening here where you need to be confident in yourself again. And I wonder if it's maybe something happened a little bit too quickly and a little bit too abrupt with the Knight of Swords as far as the relationship goes. But it's like you needing to be confident in what it is you actually want. And again, I go back to facade, and it's almost like, don't be something that you're not for the benefit of somebody else. But wow, okay. Really? Oh my goodness. The Wheel of Fortune. Talk about repeating cycles. And I have to wonder if maybe somebody's being too quick to make a call on this with the Knight of Swords. That or we're acting on this a little bit too quickly. But, regardless here, we're looking at the Lovers and future conditions. But the Wheel of Fortune, right, a lot of times I see this as a repeating cycle. You've finished 1 through 10. Now we're going to go back to 1, right? It's definitely an opportunity, though, for better things to happen. The Wheel of Fortune is about good fortune, luck, and fate, right? Whew. So maybe, this coming back through is not a bad thing, but for some reason here, there's like a need to be confident, right? Oh, your hopes and your fears, the Ten of Wands. Why? And with looking at the Six of Cups here, it could be carrying the burden of, things that may have happened in the past and needing to kind of let that go. Like that situation just has been weighing on you just too long. I don't necessarily feel like this is about you taking on other people's crap here. I think it's about whatever happened in the past. And needing to just kind of let that go because it's too overwhelming, right? It's just putting a strain on you, putting a strain on a possible relationship, a strain on your confidence, and with the Knight of Swords, I don't know, I feel like we're ready for this, you're ready to go, but I still feel like maybe that we're too quick, it's too quick. But definitely, if you do have something coming back around, like I don't disagree with the fact that if something needs to be said, it's got to be said. Especially if you're carrying all the weight of whatever happened in the past and needing to drop it. If this is to become a reality again, Man. Oh my God. Coming out of this, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, and going back to the feeling before of the Knight of Swords and calling it too quickly, that's what I feel like with the Ten of Swords coming out of this. Man, and look at him lining straight up. It's done. That cycle is over with, and I think you are calling it before you even get involved. Okay, so and there's a couple of different ways that I feel about this, but looking at the Ten of Swords, first of all, you're talking about the painful ending. It's over, right? It's over and done with. But there may be something within the relationship that is over with, and it could be, all the things that you've been carrying on your back, needing to speak about it here. If we're going to do this, this better be a good thing, right? Okay. Now, with the Devil, right? And what's funny is that the Lovers is technically who is chained here in this card with the traditional deck. The Devil is all about the toxic shit, falling back into bad patterns, toxic relationships possibly. It's just all the things that strip you of hope. It's all the negative things, whether, like I said, it's thoughts or, things. Right? It's just bad and it needs to be over with. So now with the Ten of Swords being there, this Devil is done for sure, especially with all these tens coming up. But now you're looking at the Two of Wands. Well, what are you going to do now? What actions are you going to take? What plans are you making here? And whatever plans you do decide to make, you're not in any kind of a rush. You are not in any kind of a rush here. Just take things slow, being a little bit cautious. You know, I don't necessarily feel like this situation is taking longer than what it needs to. I think we're doing the right thing, especially if we're trying to get rid of the painful things, right? And, you know, with the Ten of Swords coming out on this, I do think that for some of you, it's one of those situations where because of the Six of Cups being there, it may have ended really badly here, but now we're getting over that, you know, and we're getting past the negative things. But I think for some of you, it's still weighing on you. Again, with the Ten of Wands, and it's like you needing to release this. But I do think that some of you may be calling it before it's actually done, with the Knight of Swords being there. Wow, Sag. All right, let's take a look at the soul trees to see what other messages there are for you guys. Now, you know, the Emperor could definitely represent a person that's coming back through here. You know, and if we're talking about family members with the Lovers being there, it could just be a situation where, you know, you need to be a little bit more open and come from a place of love, right? But yeah, more oftentimes than not, you know, this is a major relationship here. So needing to have strength when it comes to the situation that is emerging, but then also needing to use wisdom, which, you know, immediately speaks to Sagittarius here. But strength, you know, having the strength to deal with, you know, the devil and all those negative things that may be still weighing on you and weighing on a relationship here, you know. But emerging, there's, you know, a part of you that is emerging out of this, but then, you know, the situation is emerging into a new area here where I think things are going forward a little bit more slowly, a little bit more cautiously here. But then wisdom, having the wisdom to know what is right for you, right? And then choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. So, you know, and possibly it could be a situation where you need to give your attention to someone else rather than going through a repeating cycle, which I do feel like is possible for some of you. But right, needing to choose love. You always have a choice. You have a choice as to, you know, who you love and where you place your love. You know, but I am hoping that with that Ten of Swords and the Devil being there, that this is something that is completely over with and now you're making new plans for the future. All right, Sag, so the whole reading is going to be about the past and looking back at the past, things from the past coming back here. Now, with the Emperor coming through, it can definitely be somebody from the past coming through, but then I also feel like some of you are looking back at the past and looking at how you had control over what was going on. You have control over your life. But, you know, looking at the Knight of Swords here, I really think that there is communication that is happening. Not just, you know, from somebody needing to say something to you from the past, but then also I do think that you may be calling a situation too quickly, though, too, with the Knight of Swords. And it may be because we don't want to have a repeating cycle here. And then for some of you, it's the communication that's coming through about a cycle that's getting ready to start again. And again, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's an opportunity for better things to happen, but you have the Lovers. And, you know, and then I look at this whole situation here with the burdens of the past, needing to communicate that, but then also needing to have confidence in your ability to manifest what you want this time, especially in terms of a relationship that may be coming back through. Now, you know, with the Ten of Swords, you know, I'm hoping here that this is all about you, you know, getting rid of the devil and all the negative things, that it's over. You know, it was painful, but now it's over here. We're making different plans and we're moving forward. Even if it's slowly, so be it. But I think that for some of you, you may be calling a situation here before it's actually over. And there are still things that, you know, you have to look forward to here with the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. It's still moving, be it very slowly, but I think some of you are calling it too soon, or we're getting rid of the bad crap. But it's all going to be about the negativity from the past, you know, and then this situation coming back through for some of you. Now, as far as, you know, right, the monster within, and then not being something for the benefit of somebody else, right? Being who you are, being authentic to yourself. I don't see Sagittarius as the type to be fake. You know, I think that you're just kind of like dulling down your personality for the benefit of somebody else. But I think that, you know, that's where the internal struggle is coming through and the things that you're wanting to correct. But now as far as the soul trees go, right, like strength for what is emerging here, but needing to use wisdom and maybe not calling something quits before it actually needs to be over with, you know. I mean, definitely needing to get rid of the negative things for sure. But I don't know, I just kind of get the feeling here that you're calling it too quick. Now anyway, do something for somebody else and then choose love. Yeah, you always have a choice as to what you should do. But, you know, maybe it's time for you to start giving somebody your attention here. You know, who knows? With the Knight of Pentacles, it may have the potential here to go the long run this time without anything negative attached to it.